Hi friends, namaste. My name is Babette. Thanks so much for being here, for your comments on my other classes. It really helps to give me an idea what you're working on, what you like to see more of, where you're streaming from, practicing from. I love hearing these things. And of course, thank you for your support, liking and subscribing, as that does help me here with this channel, building this into quite the lovely community. Today, a little shorter one, still going to get a lot in. We're going to be activating a bit of a twist, a deduction, a abduction, primarily letting that all lead towards a shape called 8-angle pose or Ashtavagrasana. I hope you enjoy. Have a little bit of water, towel nearby, but primarily, of course, your mat practice space, and blocks can be handy. I would take at least one to the top edge of your mat. Then when you're ready, let's come into a comfortable seat at the back of your mat. That can be on your shins in Seiza pose, Vajrasana, or cross-legged in your Sukhasana. Just for a few moments, feel free to let your eyes close or find a soft gaze to become aware of your breath traveling in and out of the nostrils. Just to say hi to your teacher for today, which is your breath. I'm just an assistant giving you shapes to distract you from that breath. So you can prioritize your breath throughout all of this. Take a steady breath in through the nose and sigh it out. And then finding Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out of the nose. Let the next inhale pick you up to all fours, hands and knees. Tabletop, spread your fingers out wide, fanning them until you see a bit of a WW appear between your fingers. Tuck your toes, stepping back to a plank pose. Take your time here to really settle into your plank. I'd like to invite you to find a pushing. So there's a bit of an elongation through your elbow joints, pushing of the back of the heart to the ceiling, protracting your shoulders. Slide the tailbone down and under. We call that a pelvic floor loop, and then you can really knit the ribs in and engage your core. So you can shift that back to downward facing dog. And then once you get there, find a little bit of movement. Just to let your body react to your breath, your nervous system react to the shape. And then you can start to let the body really melt into the shape, especially on your exhales. A softening on the exhales, deepening, and on the inhales, a little bit of a backing off, creating some space. Do stay aware of your hands. Spread those fingers out nice and wide. All right. You may think, hey, what happened to cat-cow? I like to elevate mine. You may know them as spinal waves. Try to go slow. It's hard to articulate through your vertebrae. Continue to look back. On the inhale, lift your heels and hips and dome the spine to plank pose. That will be a cat spine on the way forward. Neck is the last thing to lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, they hover off the floor, and then pull your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Going to go for two more. Inhale, heels, hips up, just to stretch the back body. And then inhale, draw the hips back. Sorry, that would have been an exhale. Once more. Inhale, come forward. Push, 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 push. And on the exhale, draw your hips back to downward facing dog. Nice big breath in. On the exhale, walk your hands back to your feet, back of the mat, finding your Uttanasana, forward fold. Let the head drop. Inhale, a half lift, flat back. Hands can always travel a little higher up to the shins. And then exhale, forward fold. Gonna go for two more. Inhale, half lift. Think about this as a massage for your back body. Exhale, forward fold. Once more, inhale, tabletop, Ardha Uttanasana. So pull your chest, sternum, lengthen it forward and your butt bones apart. And then exhale, forward fold. Soften or even bend the knees to roll up to stand, thinking cat spine yet again, some zombie arms. And then inhale, reach your arms all the way up overhead for Urdhva Hastasana. Up hands pose, exhale, hands to the heart. Next inhale, reach both arms back up overhead. Exhale over your legs, forward fold your Uttanasana. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, heel toe your feet as wide as the mat. Turn your toes out, bend the knees lower down into your Malasana, your yogic squat. Hands to heart, try to take the outer elbows to the inner knees. If you sink lower, there can be this tendency to round in the upper back. And I'd really like you to find that long, tall spine. Lifting your pelvic floor, that is Mula Bandha. And then once you do that, it's like the whole squat turns very active. We need it. You also feel your core engage when you do that. That is Uddiyana Bandha, navel in and up. Next transition, your hands come down. Hop up, draw the feet underneath you, pointing through the toes, landing into a child's pose setup, walking your hands forward. Letting your forehead rest to the floor. Maybe rock it out a little bit, some smoothing out of any tension. Belly soft between the thighs and an opportunity to set an intention for your practice. And that doesn't have to be an esoteric intention. You can take it as grand as you'd like, but as always, it can be a small reminder for why you're here, or a reminder to let your breath lead. Next inhale, walk your hands back until you're sitting up on your heels. Draw your knees together. Interlace your hands behind you. Pull that fist down and back away from you, stretching across the front of the shoulders, chest. Keep your class. Roll your belly onto your thighs, forehead to the floor. And then inhale by rolling on the crown of the head, lifting your hips. And then as you're looking back, parallel your shins like the number 11. Take that fist over your head to stretch your shoulders, front of the arms, and to put some pressure on the crown of the head and the cervical spine, aka your neck. If you want, you can also release your class, interlace your hands behind your head. As you tuck your toes, push into the forearms and maybe just lifting the hips up. Or take one knee, perhaps the other into your chest. Slowly sending the hips back to come up into your Shirshasana, your first headstand variation. And any and all position that you're in an inversion, creating a little bit of pressure on the crown of the head, cervical spine. If you're all the way upside down, feel free to draw the knees back into your chest. Sink the hips back. Just slowly and control lower the shins down to the floor. Untucking toes. Reach your hands behind you if you came from your headstand. And then exhale by rolling onto your forehead. Shift the hips to the heels, coming back up to your Seiza pose. Release the clasp. Take a moment, blood flushes back into the heart. And then let's find all fours on the inhale to downward facing dog. Let the next inhale lift the heels, hips coming forward to plank. Exhale, knees down, your toes stay tucked, arc your back in this tabletop. Shift your shoulders far forward, bend the elbows back, chest and chin lower between the thumbs. Untuck your toes. Inhale, slide forward and through to low cobra. Exhale, back to all fours. Retuck your toes to downward facing dog. You can always take that for your vinyasa or a spinal wave. Or inhale, come forward to plank pose. Shoulders come far forward, high on tippy toes. Bend your elbows back, lowering halfway down to your upward facing dog. Flip or roll onto the top of the feet. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe big breath in. Side out. Next inhale, float your right leg all the way off the floor. Bend the knee, open up your hip and give your ankle a whirl. Try to square off your shoulders and maybe turn the right knee higher up to stretch the side body a little bit more. And next inhale, re-extend through your right leg. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders come over wrist. Inhale, cross the right leg over left, shift your hips back to eagle, downward facing dog. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, down dog split. Twice more. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, over left leg, shift your hips back. Once more. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, dog split. And then exhale, knee to nose, shoulders come forward. Inhale, cross over left, sink your hips back. Next exhale, draw right knee into your nose and extend the leg over to your left for a fallen triangle. Reaching your left arm up, find the bottom of that left foot, drive it down. And then exhale, take your left hand down. Inhale to your right, down dog split. Exhale, step the foot all the way through between your hands. Lower your left knee down, untuck the toes. And inhale, swoop your arms all the way up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Maybe interlace last 3 fingers. So I always want a moment just to pull my front body open here, breathing into that phenomenal stretch. Do keep your core engaged, navel in and up to support the lower back. Exhale, circle your hands down, frame your right foot. Swivel your left foot to the right like a kickstand in the lower leg. And then inhale, come up into a supported warrior 2. Next inhale, flip your right palm, reverse this, and then keep going until your left hand finds the floor behind you, extending right leg. Turn your right heel out, and you're in a supported side plank. Anchor that foot down. Right arm can reach up or over your ear to the wall that is overhead. Stay or for a bit of spice. Keep your left knee bent, but exhale, lift the lower leg off the floor, glue it in, and then inhale, take it back. Twice more. Exhale, lift, glue it in. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, lift, and then inhale, take it back. Exhale, your chest spins down, right hand underneath your shoulder, left foot swivels back. And then in this plank variation, exhale, draw the left knee into your nose. Inhale, look forward, one-legged chaturanga. Shoot the leg back, elbows back to upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Nice big breath in, side out. Next inhale, float your left leg all the way off the floor. Bend the knee, open hip, circle through your ankle, that clockwise, counterclockwise, and try to smooth out your breath. Next inhale, re-extend through the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Cross left leg over right, shift your hips back. Next exhale, left knee to nose, shoulders come forward. Inhale, swoop it back. Go for 2 more. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale over right, shift your hips back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, dog split. Exhale, last time, knee to nose. Inhale, cross over right, shift your hips back, take a beat. Next exhale, draw left knee to nose. Extend the leg out to your right. Fallen triangle. So we can kind of rush this shape, I find. Really take a moment to open up in every single direction. And then exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left down dog split. Exhale, step the foot all the way through between your hands. Lower right knee down, untuck the toes, and arms come up for your Anjaneyasana. Again, I like to interlace the last 3 fingers and then try to straighten through my arms to really get into my shoulders. And I'm always mindful of not dumping in that front hip. Try to push into left heel to lift. Then maybe lean back, then deepen into the lunge. Carefully release, hands come down, frame your left foot. Spin right foot to the left. The lower leg is a kickstand. And then inhale, come up into your supported warrior two. Find your arms on the horizon. Next inhale, flip the left palm, reverse it. Keep going until that right hand drops behind you, extending the left leg. Do turn the left heel out or the toes in so that the pinky toe edge is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Left arm up or over your ear, again to the wall overhead. Stay where you are, stretching side body, or keeping your right knee bent. On the exhale, lift the lower leg, hug it in, and then inhale, lower it back down. Go for two more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower it back down. And then exhale, lift. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, turn to face your chest down. Left hand drops. Right toes spin back. Find that supported plank. Exhale, right knee to nose. Looking forward to one-legged chaturanga. Shoot the leg back, elbows back to your upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice big breath in. Side out. And then do take a moment in child's pose or sit up on the shins. So slowing down your breath. We're going to build on that in our next sequence. Next inhale, find hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ease in your face, in your knees. A lot of energy through your hands. Inhale, float your right leg off the floor. Exhale, knee to nose. Cross over left. Inhale, hip shift back to eagle, downward facing dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and inhale over to the left for fallen triangle. Left arm up, but float your right leg off the floor. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And next inhale, right down dog split. And exhale, step the foot lightly to the outside of your right hand. Lower left knee down, untuck your toes, look forward, inhale. Reach your right arm forward all the way up and back. Let the arm hang around your lower back or grab the tail, pinky toe edge of the foot. Maybe come to left forearm if that is available to you in this moment. And then turn your chest up. Go for a big breath in through your nose. Side out. Carefully let the tail go if you have it, coming back to palms. Maybe handy, take a book underneath your left hand for a little elevation. Tuck the left toes, the knee lifts. Inhale, right arm up, find a low lunge twist. Next inhale, circle your right hand back to the wall behind you, down, forward, up. Big difference between just circling or actually reaching. Inhale, circle it back, down, forward, and up. The third time here, take the left leg with you forward, thread it through, and then have a seat. Bend the left knee. Keep the block or forgo it. Push into it, lift your hips, extend the left leg, go for tap, and then inhale, have a seat, bend the knee. Two more. Exhale, lift, extend, maybe tap. Inhale, have a seat. Press into that right foot once more. Exhale, lift, tap. And then inhale, have a seat. Forgo that block. Step your right foot over left thigh. Draw your left heel to your right bum. Butt bones on the floor. Right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up. And then exhale, twist to your right. So a moment to catch your breath. Inhale, go for a bigger breath in. And then exhale, deepen. Next inhale, we'll counter twist to the left. If you like a block for half moon pose, take it to the top corner of the right side of your mat. Step your right foot in front of your left shin. I need my left hand here. From the floor up, half moon pose. Right leg is your standing leg. Left leg comes up. So we're fighting gravity here quite a bit. So energize top limb, top arm. If you want the tail grab, you can bend the left knee and go for the push and pull. Do not hold your breath. Go for one more. And then exhale, carefully release, giant step back to a warrior two. Let yourself land. Spreading of the bottom of your feet, even let them soften. The next inhale, flip your right palm, reverse your warrior. Take a good breath in. And then exhale, triangle pose. Try this by pushing into your right foot, reaching left arm up, and let that pull you open, not from locking your right knee. Find another breath, opening up in every direction. Gaze can be up, down onto the horizon. And then inhale back to a reverse warrior. Bend your right knee, take it up and overhead. Exhale, side angle, but both arms reaching overhead as if you're holding this big beach ball. Try to straighten through the arms. It activates your core, and you definitely need that here. So this is why I don't like to use my hands so much in triangle or locking out my knee, because right now, without use of your hands, back to triangle pose, but keep that beach ball overhead by pushing into right foot. Over your left leg, skandasana, low lateral lunge. Turn the toes out. Hands can be at the heart or kickstands underneath you. If you want to go a little lower, you may have to peel your right toes fiercely off the floor. Do try to keep your left heel down. If you pop onto the ball of the foot, that's fine. It just puts you in a knee flexion, not so much a hip opener. Look at your right foot and inhale, find a runner's lunge over your right leg, frame the foot. Step your left foot 12 inches, that's 30 centimeters forward, and find pyramid pose. I just shifted to the middle of the mat. Please railroad track your heels, fist width apart. Maybe grab blocks for a half lift. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward, drive through left heel, and then exhale, forward fold. Take your hands to your hips and inhale, come all the way up to stand. Keep your right hand on your right hip. Left arm reaches up. Go for length. Push through your feet. And then exhale, reach forward. Find a flat back. Your right hand is on your hip so you can feel it. Pull the hip a bit back. Get a little longer through your spine. And then exhale, left hand down to the inside on top of or outside of your right foot. You can place it on the block. To your chest to the right, reaching your right arm up, revolved triangle pose. And maybe take your right hand to your sacrum to see what you can level out, just to get a little deeper into the twist and the hammy stretch. And then exhale, let that right hand come back down. Looking forward, inhale, shift your weight onto your right leg. Hands underneath your shoulders, left leg floats. And you're in a brief standing split. Bend the left knee, reach back with your right hand for the big toe edge of that left foot. The knee can face down. You don't have to turn it all the way up. If you do, you get that nice psoas stretch. Go for a push, go for a pull. And then do keep the foot if you can. Turn the left knee towards the floor, bend your right knee. Look forward and up, reach your left arm up to come up to stand. Fiercely reaching up, let that help you activate your core. Stay as you are, or for revolved dancers, turn your left knee a bit farther out and lift the left foot up and back behind you. Go for yet again, push and pull. And then very mindfully release. Swing the left leg over right. Right arm over left for eagle. That can be a teddy bear hug, half or full eagle wrap. Try not to double wrap your legs. Do send your butt way, way, way back to find that hip flexion over your left thigh. Let your gaze follow. I wasn't a moment ago. Folding over your left thigh, finding a sleeping eagle. And then take your hands down, maybe on block. Slide that left foot down in front of right. Finding a cross-legged forward fold. Nice for the IT band. Maybe inhale, half lift to reset, and exhale, double tap. Your back leg is your right leg floated up to the sky. Yet again, a bit of a standing split. I got a couple of options. Step your right foot back, Vinyasa of your choice. Or walk your hands forward underneath your shoulders, rising on the ball of your left foot. Look forward. For a one-legged hop back to a one-legged chaturanga, I'm going to kick my right leg up, left leg shoots back. To upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. It's a little too loud for my liking, but I get to try again on the second side. Go for a nice big breath in. Maybe side out. And then find a moment, child's pose, or sit up on the shins. I'm going to move my block to the other side. You can stay where you are. All right. Second side, all fours, to downward facing dog. Next inhale, float that left leg off the floor. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders forward. Inhale, cross over right, shift your hips back, eagle down dog. Exhale, left knee to nose. Cross the leg over to your right for fallen triangle, right arm up. And then exhale, lift the left leg. Inhale, take it back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, take it back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, take it back down. Next inhale, find a left down dog split. Full breath in. And then exhale, lightly step it to the outside of your left hand. Lower right knee down, untuck the toes, look forward. Inhale, seep that left arm forward, up and all the way back. Let it hang around the low back. Maybe find your tail. And as always, you can try to back into it, not a problem. But then shift your hips farther forward. Keep core engaged. Maybe forearm to the floor. I like to splay my front knee out. Go for a good breath in. Side out. And then inhale, carefully release, coming back to your palms. Maybe block lowest height underneath your right hand this time. Tuck your right toes, knee lifts. Inhale, left arm up, low lunge twist. Reach your left hand to the back of the room, down, forward, up. Seriously, fiercely reach. Go for round number 2. Round number 3, take that right leg with you. Thread it through, have a seat. Block or no block, bend the right knee, elbow in. So you're on the left foot. The left foot is planted in the floor. Push into block, lift the hips, extend the leg, maybe tap. And then inhale, have a seat. 2 more, exhale, lift, extend, maybe tap. Inhale, bend, have a seat. Exhale, lift, extend, and then inhale, have a seat. Do forgo that block. Step left foot over right thigh. Find your sit bones. I'm going to scoot back because I don't want to crash into my cello. Left hand goes behind you. Inhale, right arm up. And then exhale, go for Ardha Matsyendrasana, seated twist. Such a nice valley always to catch your breath. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to deepen. Inhale, let's counter twist to your right. Coming back up. Maybe block to the left corner edge of your mat. Step left foot in front of right shin. Maybe use that right hand, I need it. Coming over your left leg into half moon pose, completely from the floor up. So we really gotta activate here. Find your breath. Fiercely reaching up. And then should you want, you can bend your right knee for the tail, pinky toe edge of the foot. And then do keep it active. Push, pull, push, pull. And then carefully release the tail. If you have it, giant step back to your warrior two. Let your arms not just hang on the horizon, but reach across the horizon. Inhale, flip tip, reverse. And then exhale, please enjoy your triangle trikonasana. Hips pull back, reaching forward. Let yourself really breathe into this phenomenal opening in every single direction. Notice if you're sticking your butt back, try to roll that left hip a bit more underneath you. Find your feet. And then inhale, reverse warrior once more. Exhale, left knee stays bent for a side angle. Big beach ball, so both arms overhead. Find your feet, drive them down. Pinky toe edge, right foot. Maybe relax the left toes a bit. Straighten through those arms. Keep the beach ball back to triangle pose. Woof. And then over right leg, skandasana, your low lateral lunge. Turn the toes out. Take a moment. Here too, you can find that mula bandha, pelvic floor lift. And then look over your left foot. Let's find a runner's lunge over your left leg. Frame the foot. Right foot steps 12 inches forward, 30 centimeters. I'm going to take it back so I'm in the middle of my mat. It's about 2.5, 3 feet. So that's what a meter or so between your feet. 45-ish degree in the back foot. Find that half lift. I like tented peace fingers, but maybe grab your blocks, pull your left hip back, and then exhale, forward fold. Root down through your feet, hands come to the hips, and then come all the way up to stand. Left hand stays on the hip, right arm reaches up, inhale. Exhale, reach forward, find a flat back. Get a smidge longer on the inhale, pull left hip back. Whoa, I feel that. Exhale, right hand comes down, inside, on top of, outside left foot, maybe block. Chest turns to the left, reach your left arm up. So it's this tendency for the left hip to rise, right hip to drop. So you can feel this with your hands. Maybe draw that left hip a little bit farther down, right hip comes up, push through right heel, then re-extend that left arm up. Makes the twist so much harder. And then exhale, forward fold over your left leg, let it go. Looking forward, bend the left knee, weight comes onto the left leg, hands underneath your shoulders, right leg lifts, standing split briefly. Face your right toes down, bend the knee and reach your left hand back for the big toe edge of your right foot. Remember, knee can face down. You can turn the knee up if you want that external rotation in the hips so as a stretch. Go for a good breath in. Maybe a sigh. Keep the foot. Right knee points towards the floor, left knee bends. Look forward and up, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. So try not to let the arm dangle, really reaching up, pushing through left foot. Stay where you are, right knee pointing down, or pull the right knee up and out, foot up and back for your revolved dancers. Go for one more breath. And then swing that right leg forward over left. Take left arm over right. Hug, half or full eagle wrap. Send your butt back, folding over your right thigh. Start to trace the lowering down with your gaze. And then let the hands come down. Slide right foot down in front of left. Maybe find the middle of your mat. A little half lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Your back leg now is your left leg. Walk your hands a bit farther forward, lifting the left leg, finding that standing split. I'm gonna pop onto the ball of my right foot. Look forward. You can also step that left foot back, then Vinyasa, or kick your left leg up. Right leg shoots back to upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice big breath in. Side out. And then take another moment for child's pose or sit up on the shins. All right. So we're moving into our last standing wave. And we get to put all of that together. All right. Let's find hands and knees to a downward facing dog. Inhale, float your right leg off the floor. Exhale, a knee to nose. Cross over left, shift your hips back, eagle down dog. I'll have 3 options in a moment for your fallen triangle to the left. Exhale, right knee to nose. Option 1, fallen triangle. Option 2, foot stays afloat. Option 3, grab the pinky toe edge with your left hand and then try to pull that left shoulder over your ear for Vishwamitrasana, second variation. And then inhale, find your right down dog split. Exhale, step the foot lightly to the outside of your right hand. Maybe block underneath left. Inhale, right arm up. Circle it to the back of the room, space down and forward. Once more, and then thread that left leg all the way through as you did. Have a seat. This time, take the left lower leg in front of you. And take your right lower leg in between your hands. Maybe you just want to cradle it. Maybe you want to take it between elbow creases, and that might be enough. Or I'm going to take my right leg over my right shoulder. Over the upper arm is fine. I just find that harder. Hands come by your sides. You can take them on blocks and cross left ankle over right. Maybe that is enough. Or that lifting that we did earlier, perhaps just lift your seat. Lower back down, lift your seat, great core work. Or if your hips are up, simultaneously, shoulders come forward, elbows back, legs out to the right for your 8 angle pose. And then have a seat. Left lower leg in front of you, right foot steps over a left thigh. And then exhale, both hands go to your left. Push off, lift your hips, look over left shoulder, spin around into Malasana facing the back of the mat. So that's a full 360 in your left foot. Take a moment, big breath in. Maybe side out. And then just lower your booty down to the floor. Extend your legs long in front of you. Scoot a bit to your right. You need some space to your left. Your left leg stays long. Right knee bends. Bottom of the foot to inner left thigh. And then inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, fold over for Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. You can start by bending the left knee and trying to fold as far as you can, and then slowly push the heel out should you want to feel a little bit more. You can also try to grab a wrist. Take a big breath in. Side out. And then inhale, bring yourself back upright. Left leg stays, right knee turns up, plant the foot. Left hand reaches to your left behind you, pinky toe edge, left foot down. Come up into a rock star from the floor up. And then inhale, find your right down dog split. Weight goes all the way back. Exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Spin the left heel down. And take your right hand on the inside of the right foot, left arm up. Maybe stay here. Or if you want, bind, peace fingers, wrist. Cool to turn your chest down, but then turn your chest to the wall to your left to really get that side body opening. A little tricky transition here. Wherever you are, heel to your right foot a bit farther to your right. Keep that bind if you can. Turn to face your chest down, turn the left heel up, and then maybe lower here in your bound lizard. Find your breath, try to look forward, push your left heel or unbound lizard. Hands come down underneath your shoulders. Pop on the ball of your right foot, look forward. Bend your elbows back, maybe find Vinyasa 2 from the floor up. And then inhale, right down dog split. Exhale, please enjoy pigeon pose. Take the right knee behind your right wrist, let it be. And walk the left knee and foot a bit back, finding some lengthening. And then exhale, 5 breaths coming forward. So here there's nothing to do, nothing to make happen. We simply want to follow sensation and allow. So you can soften your face, your hands, your jaw. Find a big breath in. Maybe a sigh. And then inhale, walk your hands back. I'm recording this on July 4th, which is Independence Day in New York, the United States. So you may hear some loud music from my neighbors in the background. Right down dog split. Do what feels good, hip circle, maybe pedal it out. You can also take that forward into Vinyasa, flush out your spine. And then we'll meet in that downward facing dog. Do take a moment to rest in child's pose or sit up on the shins. I'm going to switch my sides. You stay where you are. So we got half a round to go. All right, let's get this little lap, all fours, to downward facing dog. Stay with your breath, keep your exhales expansive. And on the next inhale, float your left leg off the floor. Exhale, knee to nose, cross over right, shift your hips back, eagle down dog. Again, got those 3 options in a moment for your fallen triangle. Foot on the floor, afloat, or Vishma 2. Exhale, left knee to nose. Extend that leg over to your right, your fallen triangle, afloat on the floor, or Vishma 2. And then inhale, swoop that left leg all the way up and back. Exhale, lightly step that foot to the outside of your left hand. Maybe block underneath your right hand. Inhale, left arm up, just 2 circles. Circle it back, down, forward, up. Second circle, take the right leg with you. Use the momentum of your arm. Have a seat. Right lower leg in front of you as if you're about to come cross-legged. And then maybe just take that left lower leg between your hands. It's already a lovely hip opener. You can also take it between elbow creases. And catch a breath. Taking the left leg over your left shoulder, try to curl your tailbone down and forward. That rounding actually creates quite a bit of spaciousness, but do round it. Don't try to flatten out your back. Hands come by your sides, maybe on blocks, right ankle over left, and then try to lift your seat off the floor. Like I said, it's awesome core work. If you find hang time, 3 things happen. Legs go over to the left, elbows bend back, chest comes forward. 8 angle pose, Ashtavajrasana, and the lower back onto your seat. Right lower leg in front of you, left foot steps over right thigh. Find your butt bones. As if you're about to take a seated twist, but both hands go to your right. Push into the floor, lift your hips, look over right shoulder, spin 360 in the right foot, lowering into Malasana facing the back of your mat. And then just lower your booty down to the floor. Oop. Have a seat, legs in front of you, and then scoot a bit towards your left because you'll need space to your right. Right leg stays long, bottom left foot, inner right thigh. Oh, I'm gonna scoot here. I have my bolsters and my blankets there underneath my altar. Just in case you ever wondered, inhale, arms up. And then exhale, forward fold, Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. You can hold on to calf, to ankle. You can also try to hold on to nothing. Makes it a bit more of an active opening. I like to grab my hand, my wrist. Maybe find a bit of a cow spine, sticking your butt bones back to fold over. I like a big breath in. Side out. And on the inhale, coming up. Turn the left knee up. I'm going to scoot to my left so I have some space to my right. Right hand reaches to your right behind you. Pinky toe edge, right foot down. Come up into that rock star from the floor up. And then spin that around into your left down dog split. Exhale, step the foot through between your hands. Spin the right heel down, left hand in front of, inside left foot, maybe on a block. Right arm up and in a beautiful extended side angle, maybe arm overhead. You can also go for your bind here. Again, you could totally round, but then try to straighten through that right arm, pulling side body open. All right, stay with your breath wherever you are, whatever side angle. Heel toe your left foot a bit to the left. It's kind of funky with that right foot the way it is. Then as you turn your right heel up, face your chest down, push the right heel back, and you're in your lizard or bound lizard. Let your hands come down underneath your shoulders. Pop the left heel off the floor. Try to rock some weight forward. And then shoot your leg maybe forward, elbows back. Finding your Kundanyasana 2. And then inhale, left down dog split. Exhale, please relax in pigeon pose. Let that lower leg come down. Walk it back. Go for a little lift. And then exhale, fold. You can always make a pillow with your hands. So your exhales are kind of like a massage. Go for one more breath. Maybe bigger breath in. Side out. And then inhale, walking your hands back. Tuck your back toes. Swoop that left leg up. Whatever feels good. Maybe you want that last Vinyasa, or perhaps you just want to pedal it out. And then in that last downward facing dog, take a moment, a breath cycle in and out. And then let yourself come down to hands and knees. Swivel feet out to one side, walk your hands back, drop your seat behind you, and let's come to lie on your back. Give yourself a moment to windshield wiper your legs, just to negate. We did a lot on the hips, but perhaps you want a happy baby. A little bit of a rock side to side. If you enjoy plow pose or shoulder stand, you're more than welcome to take any of those. I'm gonna press my feet into the floor, lift my hips and scoot them to my right. Draw the knees in and let the knees drop to your left for a supine twist. Maybe a big breath in, side out. If you're in a shoulder stand, perhaps take it back into plow. And if you're in a supine, draw the knees in. And if you took it along with me, feel free to now scoot your hips to your left. Bit of a diagonal, then knees come in, then knees drop to your right. Big breath in. I love a good sigh. It's such an awesome way to discharge in the nervous system. I encourage my student friends all the time. Sigh out, yawn, flutter, all is welcome in my class. And then take your time to find your way onto your back. If you did take plow, shoulder stand, maybe another windshield wiper. If you want to back bend, even if it's something as gentle as bridge pose or fish pose, you're more than welcome to do so. It's great after supine twist. But maybe you're like, no, I'm okay. And then perhaps we can start to meet into Supta Baddha Konasana, aka reclined butterfly. If you're in a back bend, try to push into your feet to lift the hips, not so much fiercely engaging your glutes. And then eventually drawing the bottom of the feet together, knees wide, maybe one hand to heart, one hand to belly. This is awesome for your lower back. Usually there's very little pressure or no pressure at all. So this might be your preferred choice for shavasana. You can also eventually start to lengthen out your legs. Let the feet flop open and let them be as wide as the mat. Hands can be by your sides, palms up or palms down if you want some grounding. And I highly recommend you let your eyes close. And give yourself a few moments to let yourself enjoy this practice of conscious relaxation. I've been speaking about it in class this week. When our body is in deep sleep, it's at its utmost relaxed state. And a body needs to be in a state of rest for it to shift in a state of healing, of recovery, of rejuvenation. And Mother Nature came up with something quite beautiful to give the body space to drop into full, complete relaxation during deep sleep. It shuts off your mind by letting you become unconscious. So the mind cannot interfere and the body can rest, which is kind of beautiful if you think about it. But I've also found it a bit sad that the only time that we can drop into complete physical ease, in its deepest sense, we are unconscious. We have to shut off the mind to such an extreme extent. So we kind of try to beat those odds in shavasana. We try to bring the body into such a profound state of relaxation. So much so that if we were to drop even further, we would fall asleep. But we try to stay in that kind of dreamlike or lucid sleep kind of state, still awake and aware, yet body completely relaxed. It's an extremely difficult practice, but even if you can find a split second of it, it can be quite magical. So I'd like to invite you to stay here a bit longer if you can, if you have the time, and let yourself submerge into ease. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for your energy, breath, and your practice. Inner light in me recognizes and honors the inner light in you. In other words, namaste.